Okay, so we're going to talk about something that sounds like the opposite of power hour. Once we talk about it, then I'm going to have you go do hard things. So you're going to be like, Jen, that's like a contradiction, but it's not. I just want to really, really talk to you about something that, when you're going through something or you learn something, you want other people to hear about it too. That's what this is right now. So I'm going to talk to you guys about rest. I want you guys to actually understand the power of rest. So they've been doing these studies over the last year with people working from home. And guess what they found? This is crazy. 70% of people have been waking up 10 minutes before they're supposed to log into work virtually. 10 minutes before their job starts. They're literally rolling out of bed because why? They don't have to really look. They can wear they're doing customer service or answering calls and no one's going to see them. So they're getting up about 10 minutes before. And so a lot of times people are in meetings, one meeting, and then directly after another meeting, and then directly after another meeting. And what that means is they're carrying everything from each meeting to the new meeting. Nothing's ever actually getting resolved. And so I was thinking through all of that. And I was thinking about every summer we go to Oregon and I go to the beach and I'm always like, why does this make me feel so calm? Why do I feel so relaxed when I'm here? Well, I started thinking about you actually take on the heartbeat, the feeling of what you're looking at. So for example, have you ever watched a scary movie and your heart, like someone's running and you're like you're actually with that character. Your heart is racing. You like feel scared. Your palms are sweaty. You take on what you see because your brain is so easily confused or tricked, right? And so when we look at the ocean, or if you go outside and you look at, this makes me sound like such a naturalist, but I'm just saying, like you take on what's around you. So when I talk to you about rest right now, what I'm asking you to do is to actually be purposeful with allowing yourself three different types of rest. The first one is just mental rest, like literally just unplug for like an hour a day, unplug all day on Sunday. Find times that you unplug. Why do I want you to do that? It actually makes you more productive and it makes you more creative. If you will do that, when you come back, you're excited. Has anyone ever seen their phone and literally dreaded it? You're like, just get that thing away from me. Get it away from me. I don't even want to see it. There's a reason for that. That's actually like the best sign that you're in burnout. And when we work all the time, because we have these big dreams, like people that work all the time, yes, they're going to accomplish things. But here's what also they're going to do. They are going to do it at their own deficit. You weaken yourself. You actually create for yourself, even if you're walking in your quote unquote dream, you're tired, overwhelmed, and frazzled. Your connection with people is totally different. It's not worth it. So I want you guys to have that mental rest, even if it means just listening to music. Or I went through this time where I felt so stressed out. And for some reason, going into my laundry room and doing laundry made me feel better. But I think what I figured out is it was a quiet, menial task that required no thought. It's just take the clothes, fold the clothes, put them down. It was just, I needed that. So mental rest, your brain is like, please don't keep messaging. Stop worrying about your post. Like, can we just have like a little break? Can I hear like a bird chirping, please? I need something. Help me. So that's the first thing. And then I want you guys to physically rest. So physical rest, if you're not exercising at all, then this isn't going to actually be applying to you, because if you're not resting at all, if you're literally resting, if you're not exercising, if you're not moving your body, and I get so annoyed with this because it's like all the things they tell you that make you feel better, you're like, I don't want to do that. Exercise doesn't make me feel better. Downton Abbey does. And I hate that it's just the truth. I hate that when you exercise, your endorphins start to run through your body and you feel good. And I honestly believe early times when people had to work so hard to make sure food was going to come in their crops and that they built their houses, that they had all the stuff they had to do every day, they didn't have time to sit around with anxiety and depression. They were working. And so they also knew the power of rest. So you've got this physical rest and you've got this mental rest. And then I want you guys to have social rest. You don't always have to be talking to people, with people, engaging in the chats, all the things. it's okay to just be with you and your thoughts, or you and your family's thoughts. And what will happen is when you do these things, when you press that pause button, when you're not rolling out of bed 10 minutes before a meeting and starting to just jump right into work, if you're getting up in the morning and you're rolling over and grabbing your phone, you are not giving yourself life. You are not actually going to get the results that you want, because you're working in a deficit. You're weakening yourself, like I said. I want you guys to be able to work creatively and inspired. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. And if all you do, you're like, I'm going to work really hard for 2 years because it'll be worth it. Yes, but you will have hair loss, and you're probably going to gain weight because you're going to be in an adrenal fatigue situation. Just work responsibly, work in a way that you value rest. And please, for the love of all things holy, when you sign someone up, encourage them to do the same thing. Do you know how many times I've said to Alita or anyone on my team, I say, put your phone down, sister. Go away from your phone. Don't do any events. Don't answer any messages. Doctor's orders, 2 days of nothing, because everyone needs this. This is not, no one in here is superhuman. And even if you could do it all, it doesn't mean you should do it all. So when you work right now, we're going to work really hard. We're going to work hard because you're going to know that you're going to value rest. And if you could schedule, like, let's say you have meetings or you have calls, don't make your calls an hour long. Make them 50 minutes long. Give yourself a 10-minute break, time to get up, walk around, drink some water, listen to music. I try as hard as I can to get pockets of rest, because I know it actually makes me more inspired. I feel better. And I know I'm going to say something that's more interesting than if I'm totally and utterly depleted. Okay, so here's the list that we have to go through today. I'm going to read all the things that I have written down, and then we'll just go one at a time through them. So the very first one is tonight we have a new ambassador training. And then on the 17th, which is when Thursday night, we have a VIP event. And that's going to be really good because I've got a young gal that's in her early 20s that's going to share about the business opportunity for that age group. We're going to talk about the opportunity, the products, why they are relevant to today, and how to start really making money quickly. So that's going to be good. It's about a 25-minute event. So you already have the graphics. I can give them to you again, but we're going to be inviting people to those things. Customer thank you cards. So either level 1 ambassadors or customers. This is such an important part of your business, is providing that customer care. You can just send them a Facebook message, but I'm telling you, there is nothing more special than going to your mailbox. You can get cards at Dollar Tree. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money on this, and just write, I just wanted you to know how much it means to me that you support my business, and I love seeing you get healthy. And then sign your name, and that's it. And these little touches are what make it where the person feels taken care of and valued. Adding new Instagram friends. I like to search hashtags that are kind of relevant to my life and look at people that have posted those same hashtags. And I just kind of look at their profile. I'm like, I think I want to be friends with that person. So that's another thing we're going to do. Wishing people happy birthday, finding the birthdays on Facebook, following up with all of our fence sitters. Anybody else still need people to qualify for the sprint prizes? I still need one person. Okay. Adding people to your wellness community. We're really upping that. Really intentionally today, we're going to post about the opportunity. Look in your virtual office for people that have gone inactive. That is also your warm market. We can delete them out and start them again. And then we're going to do a green light challenge where we just look at people that are active right now on social media and get into conversation with them. So the very first thing, let's just go ahead and make sure all of your level 1s are invited to the new ambassador training, even if they're not new. Say, you may not need, I know you're not new, but this is actually going to be really good because it's going to show you how to redeem your perks. It's going to show you how to edit your subscription. It's going to show you some really great tips if you want to start sharing. Invite everyone, because you don't want anyone to say, well, why didn't you ask me? Because you thought they wouldn't want to do it, right? So that's the first thing we're going to do. I'll put those graphics again in the chat. Okay, so if you didn't finish that, you know what you're needing to finish up today. I'm going to ask you guys if you like this idea, this one I'm about to share with you. I didn't say it earlier, but I forgot I was wanting to tell you about it. Then you're going to need to start doing this. It takes a little bit of reporting expertise. If you can't do that, ask your upline to help you. If you still can't do it, get one of the coaches at Plexus to help you. Hear me out. People that have their AWH, that $39.95 renewal coming up this month and next month. So what I'm doing is anyone that's in the $25 to $49 PV range, meaning if they're an ambassador and they're ordering $25 to $49 worth of product, which I hate saying this first because it seems like it's the most important thing to me, but those don't provide points, to the upline, right? Because ambassadors only start giving you points starting at 50 PV now. So they don't provide points. But the second thing is a person ordering $25 to $49 is not getting the benefits of the membership. So they're about to pay $39.95 for something, that renewal, that they're really not using, right? It would take them a year to recoup that cost. It would take them forever if they're just ordering every month that same like $25-ish. So what I'm doing is, anyone that has an auto renewal coming out this month, I have filtered it out that's in that 25 to 49 PV range, which is kind of fun to figure that out. But once you do that, you're just going to the people and saying, hey, I wanted you to know you're about to pay $39.95 in a renewal fee, and you just really haven't been getting the benefits of the membership. I don't think that's fair to you. So either one, I can help you become a customer, or two, I can tell you about other products that you could actually be ordering that you'd be making money back on, earning free products from. Like, which one do you prefer? Well, one, they feel like you're taking care of them, which you are. I wouldn't ever recommend this if this was only for the ambassador's gain. Because if this is about getting more points, then I think that that's the destruction of anybody's business, because you cannot win when all you want to do is win. It has to be about them. And so this is a good thing for them. Why would they want to pay $40 for something they're not using? So if we downgrade them, this gets better. If we downgrade them to customer, guess what happens? When September 1st rolls around for phase 2, these customers will automatically, for no charge, be put in the VIP customer bracket. And because they're not ambassadors anymore, if they ever decide to share, they have a brand new, fresh, fast start window. If they come into the phase 2 as an ambassador, they don't ever get the chance to do a fast start. But if they are now customers, they now have that reset for them. So if we do get the ability to get them to want to share, that fast start window is completely started over for them the minute they do their first business building activity. So that's a matter of you being able to look in your virtual office. You'd have to actually export the data. I had to get help. It's not in my forte, but surely someone knows how to do this. So 25 to 49 PV and people whose AWH is coming out in June. That's just an idea for somebody if you want to do that. I'm not going to have you do it now because I don't know how to tell you how to do it. So if you guys, you want to do an Excel training, I think I could teach you actually, but I would be terrible at it. So here's what we're going to do now. I want you guys to use your virtual office as your warm market. I want you to go and look at any level ones that haven't ordered, people that have gone inactive 6 months or more. They just haven't done anything. Make a list of them, and you're going to go back to them and say, it's been so long since we've connected. I remember when you were trying Plexus with me before. Is that something you've thought about trying again? I've learned a lot since then. I'd love to reconnect with you. We have these new products. We're about to come out with more new products that you're going to love at convention. I'd love to do this with you again. You're basically recruiting people that are in your VO, using them as your warm market. Hey, Leslie, you've had people downgrade to customer, right?
Right.
How do you, I've never done it before. How do you do it?
Um, I've had them get on a three-way message with customer service is the easiest way.
And what do they do? Just terminate their ambassadorship?
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
and they automatically get put in the customer bucket?
No, then we create a new order for them.
Okay.
I like doing it that way because then there's more talking back and forth, more relationship building that goes on between me and the person. I mean, you can just send them a link to cancel, but
Mhm.
a little impersonal.
It makes me nervous doing that because if they cancel, then we have to make sure they go and re-sign up to order.
Well, I just do it in the same phone call.
Right. I'm saying if you just send them the link, you've
Right.
left it in their court. I've never done this before because I feel like people own a membership that they deserve to own. But when it comes to this, I can say to myself, they're not getting $40 worth of a membership.
Right. Right.
Stacy, what would you say?
I was just gonna say on that intent to cancel, it does give them the option of becoming a preferred customer. And so you can let them know that they can click that box and it just downgrades them instead of canceling.
That would be ideal. And especially if we already start using the word VIP customer, guys, if we say that, say, you know what, I feel like you deserve to be a VIP customer because you're just really not getting the benefit of the membership. So that could do one of two things. It could show them, wow, I haven't been using my account properly, or thank you for look. I used to, when I had customers that were ordering like over $100 worth each month, my verbiage was, you know what? It is not fair to you. Of course, I want you as my customer, but honestly, you deserve to get the wholesale price because of what you're ordering. And they're always like, thank you so much, Jennifer. But I don't have a conscience issue. If you're doing something for your personal gain and it doesn't matter about them, but if it really is good for them, I don't think there's a problem at
I
all.
don't either. What do you do about the people that went through in May?
There is nothing you can do because they own that membership for a full year. But that's why we got to get on it now. And you don't want to do it too soon. Like if their order's about to come out in July, if they cancel their membership now, their product they're going to buy in July is going to be way too high a priced. Does that make sense? Like they still had another month of getting their product for cheaper. Tabitha?
Jennifer, I was going to say I've done quite a few cancels or downgrades, but the for the ones that I never send them the link unless they like specifically request it themselves, but I usually will let them know if that they're not accessing the perks, which is kind of the whole point for even if you're going to do wholesale for that 100 PV mark. And so whether they were either going to bunch it together and kind of manage it, or if they wanted to downgrade so that they'd save the $40, then I let them know like, which one would you like to do? And then they say, you know, this is what I like to do. Okay, sounds great. Do you mind sending me the last four of your social and I will fill out the form for you? And so I will do the cancel ambassador membership thing on Help Center. And then I'll put in their information with the last four of their social. I'll click the button that says downgrade to preferred customer and I will get it sent. And then I screenshot them like the thing, it'll say success, like, you know, it's been completed or whatever. And so I'll send it to them like, hey, it's already done. So just kind of be on the lookout for it. And then I'll still do customer care from there. So that's the downgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just mentioned, the May. You can actually go to customer service and they're usually pretty good about refunding that. Not saying it's a typical thing I want to do because I would try to catch it ahead of time. But if they didn't respond or something and we didn't catch it ahead of time, then they usually are pretty good about getting the refund back.
Oh, the refund for the 39.
They'll refund the membership.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, okay, so like if someone's 50 PV and over, there's just no reason to downgrade them because, I mean, I guess I could see where they're still not really getting the full, I'd have to add up the math because I did the math on if you're just ordering 25 to 49, how many months it would take you to recoup that $40. But because of the price difference. But if someone's 50 PV or over, it really shouldn't be that they need to be downgraded. It's just that 25 to 49 is a booger. And when I did it, you won't even believe this. I went through from a huge amount, every single person ordering, and kept whittling it down. And when I got down to on my 1 through 7, who is in the 25 to 49 PV bucket with an auto renewal coming up in June, there was only 120 people. And that's just on my 1 through 7. So meaning it might end up being 10 people or 15 people for you. But if you think about that, first of all, that's 15 points, but more than that, you're getting into the practice of you providing really good customer service. Like you have an awareness of your business, which I love. I think that's really important. Okay, that helped, guys. Thank you for all the tips. Okay, let's go on to, where's my magic note card that has all my magic things? Oh, right here. Okay, so you used your VO as your warm market. These are things that clearly in an hour's time, you could do just that one thing for the whole hour. But I like to give you all sorts of ideas of stuff to do to work your business. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go on Instagram and you're going to look three hashtags up. It could be anything. It could be homeschool mom. It could be retired pastor's wife. It could be good dental hygiene. I don't care. Whatever you think is interesting. There's things about me that you think are weird. So I look up weird hashtags that I think are interesting. There's just like Dr. Pimple Poppers. Anyone that follows her, I'm like, I feel like we'd be friends. So I'm trying to meet new people. And one of these gals that I met, I sent her a friend request, and y'all, you're going to laugh because you probably already do this. She wrote me back, thanking me for my friend request, sharing about herself. I sent her the friend request and she wrote me back. I'll screenshot it and put it into the Power Hour chat. It was so good. I was like, why am I not doing this? That was such a cool thing to do. And now I follow her and I feel like this trust has been created. So you're going to go and find people to follow on Instagram based upon 3 different hashtags that are about things you are interested in. Okay, couple things. I'm sorry, I was doing something. I searched the hashtags. So you can actually follow hashtags. You can actually, instead of following people, you can follow hashtags. And when I do that, it shows me all the people that have posted that hashtag. Does anybody need more explanation on that? It looks like Alexa explained it. If you guys don't invest time and energy in building your Instagram, you're missing a huge market for you. Not to mention, if you do this now, the more we expand worldwide, the more you're already meeting people that will eventually want to use the products, right? So that's a big deal. How do I communicate with my 1 through 7 people if you're not friends on Facebook? If I were you, I would pay $5 a month for Project Broadcast, and that allows you to send text messages to people, which you just grab their phone numbers, populate them into Project Broadcast, and send them messages. It won't, if they reply back to you, it won't reply to everybody. That's what I would do. I actually do that regularly. I used to use it for my perks report, but then I realized I like myself and I'm not going to message people about them canceling their subscription and them calling me names. I hate that. It's the worst part of your business. I can't stand it. They're like, oh, yeah, I canceled for a reason. I'm like, okay, have a nice day. I can't stand it. Not going to do it. It's not good for my mindset. Let's go ahead and finish up. I know we only have 10 minutes. 1, post about the opportunity. You're not going to like that. Nobody likes it. I have no idea why. It's like we love getting the money in our bank account, but shh, don't tell anybody because it makes us look greedy. How about no? How about having money allows you to be a blessing to people and it makes you not go to bed worried, having diarrhea cramps? It's a good thing. So why don't we make a post that shares something about what this paycheck you just got allowed you to do? And I know you don't like that, but every person that's a red in this company, they say, like Jessica Heffley, I wasn't interested until I saw my friend post about getting a Lexus. And then I was like, I'm sorry, what? And so that got her to want to work Plexus as a business. So you're going to do that. And then let's finish up by doing that green light challenge. All you have to do is go onto your messenger and see who's active right now and start messaging people just saying, hey, I saw you were on and I just wanted to say happy Monday. Something simple like that. I'm going to answer Christina's message. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. She's asking for tonight's training. What will it do? Like, will it go into details on the products? No, it won't go into detail because we do that gut health product training the first Monday of every month. If you have someone new and you're like thinking they need to hear it now, go grab a recording of that and say, I want you to watch this. It is an hour, but while you're folding laundry, just listen to, some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. There's a couple recordings on my YouTube. But tonight we're going to start with the benefits of the membership. I'm looking at the agenda. How to start the product. So it'll just be really short, like a minute long. Where are the resources you can use as an ambassador? How do you get your products for free? What is the best way to start strong? And then we have a girl that just earned silver stars and she's just going to share how she did that. And then we're going to go over how to redeem your perks and how to edit your subscription. So it should be 30, 35 minutes at most. Okay, so we're wrapping it up. On Monday, we get to hear from our friend Brandy. Did you guys see when Brandy won the Renew You Challenge? I still remember it because I think we were at Jewel training together, right, Brandy? And then we hadn't talked for a while, and then I saw your picture come up on the screen. I'm like, good Lord, sister. I was really impressed. So she's going to speak on Monday. And then Wednesday this week, we have my friend Michelle. She's from Canada. I love listening to Canadians speak, so you're going to love that too. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. You guys have a good Monday. Go post about the opportunity or else.